Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Alec. Today we're going to talk about the most important subconscious belief that you can develop to not only have successful manifestations, intentional creations in your life, but really to simply feel happy and fulfilled on a day-to-day basis. So, I've been doing a lot of soul searching in the past year. A lot of work figuring out what do I actually want to do? What is the contribution that I can make to this world? How can I help? And along this journey I've studied many different things, and one of the things that I got interested in is hypnosis. And the reason why I became interested in this is because I basically was wondering, okay, so you can do all this positive thinking stuff, all this mindset stuff, and basically still not have anything happen. It can be really frustrating. You're thinking, oh, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm working so hard to improve my mindset, and still I'm having the same types of problems. I still feel depressed, I still feel anxious, etc., etc., etc. And so what I've come to find about this is that there's a deeper level, right? There's, on the surface level, we can see, okay, what am I thinking, what am I feeling, what are my actions? When we go deeper, we find our subconscious beliefs and our self-image. What do we believe about how the world works and who we are as a person? Those beliefs become the most important part about not only the life that we're creating, but also about how we actually feel on a day-to-day basis. So I want to share with you guys the most important belief that you can change, both consciously and subconsciously, to feel better, to start to move towards your goals and objectives, and to simply be happier in your life. And it's this: you are enough. You are whole and complete as you are. Sounds simple, right? Seems like we should be able to easily accept this and move on to the next thing. But for many of us, I would even say for most of us, this is not the case. We've developed a belief at some point in our life that we need to prove ourselves in some way to be seen as enough. We need to achieve something, to be something, to go somewhere, to have a certain type of relationship, or a certain amount of money, or a certain car, or whatever it is. So we're connecting our sense of self-worth with external circumstances. And it would seem that maybe we could get there with this, right? Like if you achieve a certain amount, if you really do something big in your life, it would make sense that you would feel like, oh, I've done it, I'm enough, I'm good enough now. But something that I've found in these studies is that a lot of people at the highest levels of achievement are continuing to tell themselves the same thing, that they're not enough, even after, becoming rich and famous and highly successful. You actually find a lot of the top achievers in the world have this subconscious belief that they are not enough, and in fact that's why they feel like they have to achieve at such a high level, is because they think if they get to a certain point, if they have the mansion and the cars and the beautiful wife or husband and etc., 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 then they will finally feel like they are enough. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. And the only way that we can do this is instead by starting in the opposite order, which is really creating the deep subconscious belief that you are enough. I am enough. I am whole and complete as I am. You are whole and complete as you are. You don't have to do anything to prove your worth. You are enough right now and always in every moment. So it maybe sounds nice. Maybe you can really accept that and feel it, or maybe you're just like, no, I don't believe you. I can't go there with my true deep beliefs. So the way that I like to change this, the way that I work on changing this in myself and in other people, is with hypnosis. With hypnosis, you can begin to change your subconscious beliefs about who you are and how the world works around you. And the reason why we can do this with hypnosis as opposed to just taking on more information is because we're bypassing the critical mind, which is the conscious awakened mind is critical, right? And it needs to be critical. It's a survival mechanism, and we're constantly deciding what is true and what is not true, and what is useful and what is not useful, and what we can accept and what we need to reject. But a lot of times this critical mind will prevent us from accepting suggestions which could actually bring us to a greater state of happiness and fulfillment, to beliefs that could really help us. So the way that we bypass this critical awakened state is by giving us these suggestions while we're in a theta state, which is most easily found right before you go to sleep, right after you wake up. It's in a very relaxed state, because all hypnosis is the ability to non-critically accept suggestions. That's it. And so essentially, like, if you're able to get yourself into this extremely relaxed state and program yourself with the suggestions that you desire, which you believe are going to be helpful, the ones that you want to take on as part of your system of beliefs, then you can start to live with that as a part of you. Start to really take it on as not just part of your conscious beliefs, but part of your subconscious beliefs. So that's the trick. I would recommend personally making these recordings for yourself, because if you're listening to somebody else's hypnosis tapes, you kind of are, you're giving a lot of trust to that person. So if you are going to choose it from somebody else, make sure it's somebody who you really resonate with and somebody who you trust in helping you to reprogram your subconscious mind. There's a lot of content on this for free on the internet. It's actually really easy to make your own hypnosis tape. So I'm going to share some examples of how to structure that for yourself if you're interested in doing this. And if your life is not exactly panning out how you want it to right now, if you want to make a change, I'd recommend really looking into this. Like, is this challenge I'm experiencing, these sensations that I'm experiencing that I don't particularly want, are they coming from my deep down subconscious beliefs? Or are they coming from my daily interactions with the world? That's it for now. Remember that in this moment and in every moment, you are whole and complete as you are. You are enough today and always. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.